What if one of Europe's most beautiful countries is the one almost no one talks about? Not crowded, not overexposed, not ruined by mass tourism. This is Albania, and it might be the most underrated destination in Europe. At first, it doesn't make sense, because Albania has everything. Crystal clear beaches, mountain landscapes that look unreal, ancient cities frozen in time, and a culture shaped by thousands of years of history. So why isn't everyone going there? That's where the story begins. Most people still see Albania through an outdated lens. Old headlines, old assumptions, old perceptions. But the reality today is completely different. And once you see it, you start to question everything you thought you knew. Let's start where most journeys begin. The capital, Tirana. At first glance, it feels like a normal European city. Traffic, cafes, people moving fast. But look closer, because Tirana doesn't feel like other capitals. It's more colorful. Literally, buildings painted in bright colors, street art everywhere, energy that feels young. This wasn't always the case. After decades of isolation, Albania went through a complete transformation, and Tirana became the center of that change. Old gray buildings were turned into colorful blocks. Public spaces were redesigned. The city slowly came back to life. And today, you can feel that energy. People sitting in cafes for hours, young students filling the streets, music playing from small corners. It feels alive. But this is just the surface, because Albania's real beauty is not in the city, it's what lies beyond it. And this is where everything changes. Leave Tirana behind and head south. The road begins to shift. Buildings disappear. The air becomes cleaner. The landscape opens up. And suddenly, you see it. The Albanian Riviera. This is where most people get shocked, because it doesn't look like what they expected. The water is unbelievably clear, blue, almost unreal. The coastline stretches endlessly, small beaches hidden between cliffs, villages built into hillsides, and yet it's not crowded. That's the surprising part, because places like this, in other countries, would be packed, but here, there's space. You can walk along a beach and feel like you discovered it, and that's rare. Now move deeper along the coast. Places like Dermi, Himara, and Ksamil start to appear. Each one different. Dermi, dramatic cliffs and crystal water. Himara, relaxed, local, untouched. Ksamil, small islands, shallow turquoise water. And here's the thing, this isn't luxury tourism. This is raw beauty, simple restaurants, fresh seafood, local people. No overdevelopment, no artificial experience, just nature. And this is where Albania becomes different, because it doesn't try too hard. It doesn't feel designed, it feels natural. But the coast is only one side of the story, because Albania is not just beaches, it's mountains. And this is where most travelers get surprised. Head north and everything changes again. The landscape becomes dramatic, sharp peaks, deep valleys, villages hidden between mountains. Welcome to the Albanian Alps. This is not what people expect from Albania, but once you see it, you realize something. This country is not just one destination. It's multiple worlds inside one place. And the deeper you go, the more it reveals. Because beyond the beaches and mountains, there is something else, something older, much older, ancient cities, places where time feels frozen. And what you find there is something you don't expect. Because Albania's history goes back thousands of years, and it's still visible, not in museums, but in real places, places you can walk through. And that's where the real journey begins. Now here's where Albania becomes something else, not just beautiful, but unforgettable. Because once you move beyond the coast and mountains, you start to see something deeper. History, not the kind locked behind glass, the kind you can walk through. Let's start with a place that doesn't look real, Berat. At first glance, it feels like a painting. White Ottoman houses stacked on a hillside, windows everywhere. That's why it's called the City of a Thousand Windows. But here's the interesting part. This isn't designed. This is real. Families still live here. Inside those centuries-old houses, life continues inside history. Walk through its narrow streets, stone paths, old doors, quiet corners, and you start to feel it. Time slows down. Because Berat is not trying to impress you, it just exists. The same way it has for hundreds of years. Now climb higher, up to the castle. Yes, a castle, but not empty. People live inside it. Actual homes inside ancient walls. Children playing, clothes hanging, daily life happening inside something that looks like a museum. And this is where Albania becomes different again. Because here, history is not separated from life. It's part of it. Now leave Berat behind and head further south. The road gets quieter, the landscape changes again. And then you arrive somewhere even more unexpected. Gjirokastër. This is not a normal city. It's stone. Everything. Houses built entirely from stone. Roofs, walls, streets, all connected. It feels heavy, solid, like it was carved, not built. This city is often called the Stone City, and when you walk through it, you understand why. The streets are steep, the buildings rise around you, and everything feels permanent. This place has seen centuries, empires, wars, change, and yet it still stands. Now step inside one of the traditional houses. High ceilings, wooden details, thick stone walls. It feels different from modern life, slower, more grounded. And once again, people still live here, not as a tourist attraction, but as home. And that's the pattern you start to notice. Albania doesn't separate its past, it lives inside it. But here's where things get even more interesting. Because Albania's history doesn't just stop at cities, it goes deeper, much deeper. Head toward the south coast again, and you'll find something hidden, something ancient, something most travelers don't expect. Butrint. This is not just ruins, this is a timeline. An entire ancient city, still visible today. Greek, Roman, Byzantine, layers of civilization in one place. Walk through its gates and you are stepping into thousands of years of history. Stone theaters, ancient temples, old pathways that people once walked centuries ago. And here's what makes it powerful. It's not crowded, it's quiet. You can stand there and actually feel the space. No noise, no rush, just history. And that's rare. Because most places like this are overwhelmed. But here, it feels untouched. And that's when it hits you. Albania is not trying to compete. It's not trying to be something else. It's just itself. And that's exactly why it stands out. Now step back and look at everything you've seen so far. Beaches that feel undiscovered, mountains that feel untouched, cities that feel frozen in time. And yet, it all exists in one country. And somehow, most people still don't know about it. Which leads to the biggest question of all. Why? Why is a place like this still under the radar? And the answer might surprise you. So after seeing all of this, the coastline, the mountains, the ancient cities, one question naturally comes up. Why isn't everyone talking about Albania? Because honestly, places like this don't usually stay hidden for long. And yet, Albania still feels undiscovered. The answer is not simple. Part of it is history. For decades, Albania was one of the most isolated countries in the world, closed off, disconnected, unknown. And even though that time is gone, the perception hasn't fully changed. People still remember the past, even if the reality is different now, and that creates a gap. A gap between what people think and what actually exists. Because today's Albania is not what most people imagine. It's open, it's evolving, it's welcoming, but it hasn't been fully discovered yet. And that is exactly what makes it special. Because once a place becomes popular, everything changes. Crowds increase, prices rise, experiences become controlled, and the feeling starts to disappear. But Albania is still in that rare stage where it feels real, where you can still explore without pressure, where you can still find places that feel like they belong to you. And that's something most travelers are starting to realize, because slowly, people are discovering it. More travelers, more attention, more curiosity, and that means one thing: change is coming. Not suddenly, but gradually. New roads, new hotels, more visitors, and eventually, this hidden place won't be hidden anymore. Which brings us to something important, because when a place is still undiscovered, you experience it differently. You notice more, you feel more, you connect more. Because it's not just about seeing something beautiful, it's about experiencing something authentic. And Albania offers that, not perfectly, not in a polished way, but in a real way. And that's what makes it powerful. Because the best places in the world are not always the most famous ones. Sometimes, they're the ones people haven't fully found yet. And Albania is one of those places. Now imagine standing on a quiet beach with clear blue water in front of you, mountains behind you, and almost no one around. Or walking through a stone city where every step echoes with history, but life still continues normally. Or standing inside ancient ruins with no crowds, just silence and time. That's Albania. Not just a destination, an experience. And once you see it this way, you understand something most people don't. That travel is not about checking places off a list. It's about discovering something new, something unexpected, something real. And Albania is exactly that. A place that doesn't try to impress you, but ends up doing it anyway. A place that doesn't follow the crowd, but creates its own path. And a place that reminds you that the world still has corners left to explore, before they change, before they become something else, before everyone else arrives. Because that's the reality. Albania won't stay like this forever. And when it changes, this version of it will be gone. Which makes one thing clear: if you want to experience it, you have to do it now, before the secret is no longer a secret. Because right now, Albania is not just beautiful, it's untouched. And that is what makes it unforgettable.